It's Izzy here from Spoken Well Productions, and I am very excited to be joining the Facebook Live today to tell you a wonderful Christmas story all about one little elf that stepped in to save the day. It's called The Day That Santa Got Sick. One Christmas Eve, Santa woke up feeling awful. He was coughing and sneezing, and Mrs. Claus had to bring him hot tea with honey and lemon in bed. Santa was very upset. "Who is going to pull the sleigh and deliver all the presents to the children tonight?" he said to Mrs. Claus. "I don't think I can do it. I'm too sick." Mrs. Claus was also very upset. "Oh no," she thought. "I can't do it, not all by myself. What are we going to do?" Santa thought long and hard and decided he was going to have to ask for help. If you were Santa, who would you ask for help with delivering all the presents if you were sick on Christmas Eve? Who else lives in the North Pole that could help out? Well, I can tell you, in our story, Santa first of all asked Rudolph, our red-nosed reindeer. He called Rudolph to him and said, "Rudolph, how would you put all the presents around the trees for the children to wake up to?" Rudolph thought long and hard and eventually sadly realised that he wouldn't be able to do that. He couldn't put the presents out around the tree because he didn't have hands. Reindeers have hooves. How would he be able to pick up the presents from the sleigh and put them round the tree? It just wasn't possible. He admitted sadly that he wouldn't be able to take over Santa's job and left. But Santa didn't despair. The next person he asked was the Snowman from outside. The Snowman was very eager to help, and Santa said to him, "But Mr. Snowman, how would you deliver the presents to all the children in hot countries like Japan and Jamaica or Thailand or Ecuador, Ethiopia?" The Snowman thought long and hard and realised Santa was right. How could he deliver presents to children in hot countries? He'd simply melt. An icy tear rolled down his frozen cheek as he had to admit to Santa that he wouldn't be able to help him out. And he walked slowly away. But Santa still didn't give up. He was going to ask the elves if they could help him. The elves were very keen to help, and they all lined up eagerly around Santa Claus. But when Santa asked them how they would know which children to deliver which presents to, the elves had to admit that they didn't know. The thing is, not a lot of people know this, but elves can't really read that well. They are fantastic toy makers, but because they're so busy in the workshop, they're not able to read Santa's long list of children who've been naughty and nice and which presents go to who around the world. So they had to admit that they wouldn't be much help. Santa was feeling very sad. He turned to Mrs. Claus and said, "I think you might have to do it alone this year, my dear." But just then, a little voice piped up. "Santa, I could read. I could help deliver the presents this year." Santa had forgotten about one elf, little Ella elf, who did know how to read and was able to know which presents should go to which children. Mrs. Claus presented her with a long, long list, and Ella began to read out the names and the destinations of all the presents and the children on the list. Santa and Mrs. Claus were delighted. "You can read," they said to Ella. "You can help save the day." So, that very same evening, Mrs. Claus and Ella jumped into the loaded sleigh and flew all across the world, delivering presents to children in all the different countries, in all the different climates and weathers and seasons. Santa was beaming with pride by the time they got back, looking at his empty sleigh and seeing how they successfully worked together to deliver all the presents when he couldn't. In fact, he was so impressed that from the next year onwards, he always made sure to take Ella Elf and Mrs. Claus with him delivering the presents. Because, after all, they had saved the day when he was too poorly to. And that is the story of how one brave little elf spoke up and stepped in to help save Christmas and make it a magical day for everyone involved, no matter what the odds. To find out more about Spoken World Productions, you can visit our Facebook and Instagram pages. We're on Instagram at spoken_world_productions_TIE. That's spoken_world_productions_TIE. You can find out all the latest news on the online workshops that we're running and all the other fun live sessions that we're doing. You can also check out the YouTube page, which has lots of fun videos and activities for you to do.